My name's Barry Sarchet. We went to the Mediterranean. We was there for 6 months from I believe it was April, May of '76 until end of September, 1st of October on the first cruise. It was quite an experience, and I grew up extremely fast. If you're on the flight deck, your head had to be on a swivel or you're going to die. Jets turning up, helicopters turning, resting gear cable could snap. You just never know. It's just one of those things. And you looked out for everybody, and everybody looked out for you. If you weren't paying attention, somebody come up and slap you on the back of the head. Wake up. So it was quite an experience. Made a lot of friends. HS-15 was a pretty tight-knit community. Fairly small squadron for helicopters. We had to be the first off the ship for search and rescue, and of course we, at the time, were submarine searchers. We searched for submarines. That was the typical job of the squadron, but they also had to do search and rescue. They had to be off the ship first for the other ship planes to take off and land, and just in case anybody had to be rescued, and they were the last on the ship after the last aircraft landed. So if we didn't get off first, it held up the whole operation, and something happens to the aircraft while it's the helicopter while it's turning, and there's a problem, you had to fix it, or because you're holding up the whole operation, and the air boss would let you know about it real fast. I'll get that damn piece of crap off my flight deck, so it was stressful, but they trained you well. They trained me pretty well, and it was a lot of fun. It's a sense of accomplishment, something you don't get in too many jobs. You got something was broken, you fixed it, you made it work. It's a very great sense of accomplishment. So we got off that cruise in I think it was the end of September, 1st of October of '76, and during that time frame, though, I forgot to go back a little bit. In June of that year, my daughter was born, and anyway, my dad sent me a telegram telling me that. It was in June 5th of 1976. And didn't get to see her until she was almost 5 months old. So it was great getting home to see her. It was great to get pictures and things, but just not the same. But anyway, we got home and took leave after I got home. Came home to Cleveland for a while, and just as soon as we got back, we started carrier qualifications again for the next our workups for the next cruise. It just seemed like as soon as we'd get home, we had to go right back. The time spent in Jacksonville was 3 years, but I probably didn't spend 4 months there. Because every time the aircraft carrier was based out of Norfolk, Virginia, we was in Jacksonville, so we'd have to fly from Jacksonville to Norfolk, get on the ship for any time it left port. We had to be on it. All the other air wing didn't have to be, but helicopters had to be because we were there for search and rescue, for the workups and so on. So they wouldn't take the whole squadrons at times, but because the air wing wasn't on it, but there had to be at least 3 or 4 out of the 8 on for backup, and they'd take half the squadron with us. And most of the time, I got elected to go, so I spent a lot of time on the ship, and very little time at home. So our next cruise came again. We went to the Mediterranean again.